Alright, YouTubers, welcome again to yet another episode of the Chiri Chiri Chara Chara. And today we are going to be installing another application right here. And I just want to take this time to thank all my donors who have been supporting the virus system blog to grow up till this time. And I have one of my good brothers in Nigeria, Adewale. I want to say a bigger thank you for your support, and Ben from Nigeria too, and among others. I can't mention all the names, but I just want to say thank you for donors for making it possible for me to run this blog effectively. But let's dive into what we are supposed to do today. Today we are going to learn how to install an application called Classes and Event Booking System. And I've already created a database here. You can see the database is empty, and I've already extracted my application into my www folder with the same name, which to keep reference so that I can identify which database belongs to each particular application in my applications folder. Now, if you have been following my previous tutorials by now, you should know how to set all these things whilst we take off with the installation of this application. So if you don't know how to set up a database and then how to set up your application on your www folder or your etc folder, please refer to my previous tutorials, and then you can get the procedure based on how to set these things. But without wasting my time, let's dive into installing this application. So what we'll do is that we pick the folder name, then we'll open a new tab on my browser, then we switch to that new tab to start installation. So I have localhost, and then I have my system folder name pasted there as well, here as you can see it. Then we hit on the enter key for the system to start with the installation process. So let's give it some few time to start with the installation process. So as trying to load our system, the system says we have a database error, so we are supposed to rectify that. So we are supposed to upload our database into the system so that the system can find this particular table and pick this particular ID to load the system. So if I go to my application folder here, I have a folder called install. So I'm going to navigate to this folder to see what happens then. So I'll come to my URL, and then I'll add install to my URL. Then let's hit on the enter key and see what happens. Then it starts our installation process. So here we're supposed to provide our server details to proceed with the installation. So my host is localhost. I have here my username is Avinash, and my password has been inserted, and then my database, which I've created as my application folder name. So I'll just pick my application folder name, and then I'll paste it there, and then hit on the install button. Now after hitting on the install button, then the system comes back to say that it can still find a table called this particular table. But let's go and check on our database to see what happens. So if I click on my database or refresh my database, then you come to see that all tables are installed, but the system still can't find this particular table where it's supposed to store the session of the application before starting. So what we need to do is that we need to reload the application. So I refresh by hitting on the refresh or F5 key on the keyboard to reload the system and see what happens then. And then our system picks. All right, so now it's able to identify the table because the table is what right in our database, and it's able to identify the table, and then it has loaded to the system. So that is how to install Classes and Event Booking System, and then you can start using it on your web. So please stay with the virus system, and if you like my tutorials, please subscribe to my channel, like my videos, and comments too as well. And those of you who have been sending me comments about ultimate loan management system, please just take your time and follow the procedure on the video, and you will be able to install it without a problem. So I urge you, just take your time and go through the tutorial I have on my channel very well before you set on with the tutorial. And if you have any difficulties, please do let me know, and I'll give you all the assistance that you need. So stay tuned with the virus system till our next tutorial coming on your way.